Hello, 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 wherever you are in the world. This is Kuls from Ignite Your Inner Potential. Guys, I've been asked by so many people to jump on and do a quick Facebook Live today around coronavirus and our response to coronavirus. Now, I know that you'll have seen so many videos, so many programs on TV. Maybe you're watching the news intently at every time of the day, waiting to see what's going on, where we're going. You'll have heard everything about self-isolation and social distancing, and maybe you're confused between the two, I don't know. Perhaps you're wondering what all the noise is about. Maybe you're fitting well and you're thinking, are the government getting a bit carried away? Or perhaps you're watching what's going on around the world and you're absolutely petrified and you're seeing this as the apocalypse, that the world is going to end. So many of us are going through all sorts of different emotions right now, and it's understandable because these are unprecedented times that we're living in right now. Never before has the world come together to this level to defeat one common enemy, a virus. Never before have we gone to these lengths. Now, we've heard of SARS, we've heard of Zika virus, we've heard of Ebola, but we never took the response internationally, globally, as we have done to this one right here that we're facing. So these are historical times that we're living in. The sad thing is I see so much advice, and the advice that I see is global. Everywhere in the world, governments are saying to people, stay indoors. This is a highly contagious virus. Stay indoors. Many governments have introduced very draconian measures, felt that they've had to introduce very draconian measures to make sure that people do stay indoors. Other governments, like the UK government, have tried to persuade people and get people to see reason as to what's going on around the world, and see reason and say, you know what, the common sense thing to do would be to stay indoors, and that I have as an individual a greater responsibility to stay indoors, not just for my own health and for the sake of my family, but for the sake of everybody around us. Yet the frustrating thing is, in this country we're seeing people. I've been on a phone call today. I live in Derby and there's plenty of beautiful parks around here, and I was told there were people walking around in parks yesterday. People just don't get it. There is a proportion of our society, unfortunately, who just don't get it, and some of these people are highly intelligent people, but for some reason or another they just think they're living in this denial mindset that it's okay for them to go out and walk around where lots of other people are. It's crazy. But if you think that you are immune from coronavirus, then think again. I know that the media have been talking about, and rightly so, that it's the most vulnerable people in society who are at the greatest risk of having severe symptoms with coronavirus. It's those people who have got underlying conditions, who are probably very old, who are probably most at risk of this illness, this virus, growing into something more serious. But that's not to say that all of us are safe. And this is what needs to be expressed. So why do I talk about this? Well, up until last Monday, I was working quite happily away. I was going out, I was seeing my clients. I was delivering leadership training to a university on last Monday. On Tuesday, I went back in to deliver day 2 of that training, only to be told that the university had made a decision to close down staff training and everyone should work remotely. 100% accept that decision, and a sensible decision for any organisation to make. However, by Wednesday, at the same time, by the way, my wife, who's a doctor, my wife who's a teacher, not a doctor. My wife who's a teacher had also, she suffers from asthma, and she started exhibiting some signs of coughing and tight chest by the Tuesday, so she was asked by her work to go home and self-isolate. By the Wednesday or the Thursday, I started exhibiting very tight chest, this rapid cough that just came out of nowhere, and I felt awful. Within 24 hours, I was feeling really, really bad. very fatigued, very tired, didn't have the energy, started having some fevers, started having this cough that wouldn't go away, and this tightness in the chest that was affecting my breathing was so severe that I had to borrow my wife's asthma ventilator to help my breathing. We made a decision that we would absolutely look at every single piece of advice that we could get for a coronavirus, and that there was little point in us bothering the National Health Service and our doctors by going out to them and trying to get symptoms confirmed and all of this kind of stuff. You know, so many people say, well, have you been confirmed? Have you been confirmed? It really doesn't matter whether you've been confirmed or not. We could have gone to the National Health Service and you know, who are already inundated with so much, more serious cases than ours, and we would have just added more pressure. We recognized that we were having some level of symptoms, and the symptoms seemed to match all the advice that was coming through. So we took it upon ourselves to see if we could cure ourselves and look after ourselves, following all the guidance that was freely available, that is still freely available. So since then, we did nothing but have hot drinks. In fact, I got so fed up of the number of hot drinks I was having a day. As you know, I don't drink tea or coffee, so I'm limited as to how many hot drinks I can have. We were drinking peppermint tea, we were drinking green tea, we were drinking honey and ginger, lemon and ginger tea, homemade and from tea bags. We drank hot water. We constantly were drinking hot drinks and hot food, because we are told that this virus does not like living in a hot atmosphere. So create the hot atmosphere within ourselves is what we thought. We had home cooked healthy food, no processed food whatsoever. Now, we are both vegetarian. We're almost vegan. We don't do milk. We rarely have maybe a cake with maybe a bit of egg in or a bit of milk in. But that's so rare for us. So we live a very, very healthy life. But even with veganism and with vegetarian food, there's a lot of processed food out there. So we cooked very much home cooked healthy food. Mindset for me is so critically important. I teach other people, and I always say whatever I teach, I practice myself. So we focused in on our mindset. We made sure that we stayed positive. We made sure that we thought positively. We made sure that we were only exposed to those things that made us smile or made us laugh or made us feel good. So we went onto Netflix and Prime Video. We watched nothing but good stuff. Why am I telling you all of this? I'm telling you all of this for 2 or 3 different reasons. Number one reason is that coronavirus is serious. We had a mild form of coronavirus, and yet it knocked us off our feet. We are healthy people, and if it can do that to healthy people, imagine what it can do to any other people. So when the government say to you, stay at home, please do stay at home. I have a lot of relatives and a lot of friends who are on the front line right now in the health service. I spoke last night with my nephew, who's a doctor on a respiratory ward in the National Health Service in a hospital, and he was telling me about all the measures that they're going to protect themselves as well as treat their patients. So please do stay at home. Not only are you risking yourself, but you're actually creating a risk for other people by going out. You are exacerbating. You become part of the problem. And I'm sorry, it has to be as frank as that. You become part of the problem if you are going out. So only go out when it's absolutely critically necessary. The second thing is, the reason why I'm telling you this is, please don't get into a fear mindset. It's so very easy for us to watch everything that's going on around us and be absolutely petrified that the world is going to end. The world is not going to end. The world will continue. What is happening is that we're seeing a new sense of normality. Maybe this is Mother Nature pressing the reset button for all the damage that we've done to this planet. Who knows? But the world will not end. We will not end. We will get through this. There is no doubt about that in my mind whatsoever. People will be affected. We will be hurt. We will have had an impetus within ourselves to have to think in a wholly different way. We'll think in a wholly different way. That's all that's going on around us. So don't get yourself into the fear mindset. If you start exhibiting any kind of symptom whatsoever, Don't be complacent and say, well, this isn't coronavirus, this is just flu, this is just cold. You simply don't know. And neither will the doctors know unless they put you through a test for which the results don't come back for several days, I understand. And now they're designing something that comes back in several hours. Irrespective of that, don't burden the National Health Service. If you've got any kind of symptoms whatsoever, then you need to do something about those symptoms. You need to take responsibility for managing your own health as well. Don't leave all that responsibility on these overburdened National Health Service people, the key workers right at the front line of it all. And the third reason why I'm telling you all of this is that there is a life after all of this. The life after all of this is hopefully a life of being healthier, of living healthier, of making healthy choices. Mindset is critically important. And when it comes to living healthy, mindset has to be healthy as well. And in addition to mindset, the nutrition that you put into your body is critical. Now, not to say that you should stop eating chocolate, cake, or all of these other niceties that we all have. I still have chocolate and I still have cake. I still have biscuits. I just do everything in moderation. The vast bulk of the nutrition that we put into ourselves has to be good quality, healthy, nutritious food. And when it comes to the mindset, please make sure that you are only surrounding yourself with the very best of your mindset, the very best people, staying in a positive environment around yourself, making sure that nobody around you is becoming cancerous to your thinking. This is critical. I very often talk about that you become the average of the 5 people whose company you keep most. Who are those 5 people? And are they like a tumor in your life? If they are, you need to start reducing the amount of contact that you have with those people. Sometimes those people are your very family. I have found that keeping the right company of people who support, guide, encourage, and make me laugh are the most important people in my life. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you. Becky talks about vitamin C, absolutely, and Avka says an apple a day. I just want to talk about the supplements that we also have. So every morning we have vitamin C drink. Every day we have 6 supplements. That's including zinc. For Taj, it's cod liver oil. I don't have cod liver oil because I don't do fish. So for me, I have extra zinc. We've both been having extra zinc because I understand zinc combats this virus a lot more than any other supplement. So extra zinc, vitamin C, turmeric. I have turmeric capsules, so we've been having turmeric, vitamin B complex, vitamin D. So we have this routine anyway. You can create this routine right now. So guys, I want you to think about what I've just talked about. Coronavirus is real. It is a threat to not just this country, it's a threat globally. It's a threat to humanity. But we will survive this. But we will survive this much quicker and much stronger if we all heed the advice of international governments. Not just one government, but governments around the world who are saying stay at home. Be responsible. Take responsibility for the future of the people around you, the health of the people around you much more so. Now, I know that one of the other difficulties that we're all experiencing right now is this concept of staying at home. We're so unused to it, it's incredible. Having to stay at home for extended periods of time with loved ones, people that you absolutely love. Or maybe you are by yourself and you're so used to going out. Whatever it is for you, it can be so challenging and testing to be closeted and away and almost sort of, stuck in this almost a jail cell of your own home. What can you do? What can you do to adjust your thinking to this new normality? Well, what I recommend is that you see this as an opportunity to slow down, rethink how you're living your life, adapt to the changing circumstances, maybe do some of those jobs that you haven't been putting off for so long, maybe choose to get fit, choose to go on a diet. 101 things that you could be doing right now to just adjust your life and adapt to this whole concept of new normality. I am spending all of this time. I've cancelled so many of my programs with my clients. So I'm now using this opportunity to lose weight. I'm using this opportunity. I have a small home gym in my garage. I'm going to my home gym every single day. I still get up at 7 o'clock in the morning because I think format and structure in your day helps you to stay focused and have tasks that you want to complete by the end of the day as your mini goals. I'm using this opportunity to do all of that, but also to create new content in a new way for my clients going forward. So guys, it's working for me. We're at the tail end of coronavirus. As you can see, I'm breathing much easier. I could not have spoken like this a few days ago, just a few days ago. So I'm feeling much healthier and happier. But I'm still being very careful. We are still self-isolating, and we will continue to self-isolate for another week at the very least, or as long as the government says that we need to. We're heeding the advice. We are taking responsibility, and all I ask is that we all take responsibility for our own health and for the health of everybody else around us. Stay safe, stay at home, and thank you for sharing your time with me. God bless. Bye-bye.